Welcome back to Persona Q2 New Cinema Labyrinth. Last time we... Well, we found out that a certain somebody was the obvious mastermind behind everything. And now, we are gonna be... Yeah, this part's gonna be all special screenings, and unfortunately, I can't actually get to the FEMC Sooty Film one, because I need 40 special screenings finished to unlock that. I've currently done 31, and the ones I have here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, I'd only go up to 36 anyway. But we can clear out some of these, including one that I should have done a long time ago. Search for ingredients in the jungle and create the perfect dish. Normal cooking shows are nothing compared to this, a cooking show in unforgiving nature. So, the first thing that came to my mind was I'm a celebrity, get me out of here, but like, what little I've seen of that looks incredibly awful, so I don't know, it's probably just not my thing, but yeah, in general, I'm not into that kind of show. The idea of this being like a cooking film, though, is pretty interesting. And, like, the idea of a, like a cooking show where you're gathering ingredients from the land is... I feel like I've seen that at least once. Elizabeth, I don't think carnal desire usually means something else.
Yeah.
Actually, hang on, I need to look this up, because I want to see if that's actually true. Relating to physical, especially sexual needs and activities. So, it's not, it is, potentially it can involve eating, but, like, the way that it's used in most contexts now, it's sexual, so again, Elizabeth, don't do that, please. Well, I mean, we already, ate his donuts earlier. I believe he was the one who made those donuts? Well, I mean, hopefully whatever Shinjiro makes is safe for dogs to eat. Although, given that it's Shinjiro, who is not only a great cook, but also one of the best animal lovers in the whole party, that's probably true. We start all the way at the stairs to the Isle's End, but, of course, Isle's End itself is not actually involved. It's kind of cool how the Beauties one with Rise, Haru, and Teddy actually did involve going to the boss floor of the dungeon. I feel like I still need to check those special treasure spots that were... Maybe I'll just do all of them at once after I've done the FEMC one. I feel like that stuff's probably gone off at this point. I mean, maybe it keeps in the fridge for a little bit. Also, we have no idea how time works inside this cinema, so for all we know, it will probably keep forever. Actually, yeah, that green sauce probably would keep forever. Yeah, this is true. Like, that's why, I know I've said this before, but that's why I appreciate Fuka, for the fact that, like, her bad cooking is realistic, at least. Like, she's just, you know, not a good cook, rather than, you know, Yukiko and Chie being, like, the cooking equivalent of Eldritch Abominations. Why is it that this game will just never cease to remind me of that Demetrian to do conversation about eating weeds? Carnivorous plants, like the really silly-looking Mega Victory Bell, which I'm still waiting to see stats for that, but it looks kind of funny. I like how they did, like, almost a social media thing for Malamar, where a bunch of fan artists just suddenly just started doing Malamar art for no reason. Oh yeah, that part where Haru chopped a bunch of wood. Is there going to be anything left in that area after Haru's axe rampage? You've had first-hand experience. Yeah, Yusuke's like, I've had first-hand experience nearly poisoning myself in the past. Yeah, meanwhile, Shinjiro is the only sane man of all this, alongside flanderized Yusuke and flanderized Akihiko. Farsight has revealed this chest to me, and this one is a track pipe. Aha, and Farsight reveals yet another chest to me. Just money. At this point, I'm very glad that I marked out this tile. Oh, losing a homunculus there is not great, but I think we'll be able to buy those soon. Oh, here we go. You have to step on the corner of this tile. That's not super intuitive, but at least it is close to where the herbivores knocked down the tree. Yeah, I suppose somebody who is on a tight budget like Yusuke would understand this kind of stuff. Though his whole talk about, you know, whether or not certain plants are edible makes me wonder if Yusuke would ever, like, take drugs at some point. I don't know. I feel like of all of the Persona Party members, Yusuke feels like the kind of guy who would. Yeah, Futaba's the one person who can get away with calling somebody a noob, unironically. Yeah, he's collective. All joking aside, it does make sense that Yusuke would also, like, appreciate, you know, hot pots. In fact, I don't actually know what Yusuke's dish is gonna be in the official Persona cookbook that I believe is coming out in October. There's one for, like, every party member, but there's also stuff in there like the legendary Yaki Imo from P5. It's really all three of these, but it's kind of this one. That was what I was going into earlier. You know what? I wonder if Yusuke should talk to Haru about starting a herb garden, because that would definitely save money. Like, according to some, like, stuff from, like, my childhood, like, me and my mum were planning to make a herb garden in my house, but, also that's herbs to Americans. Wait, are we... I'm sorry, but, like, yeah, basically we never got around to doing it, and I don't feel like we've got around to doing it ever since, but, I worry about the maintenance of a herb garden. But anyway, we interrupt that tangent because surprise deep Yusuke talk for a flanderization special screening? I was not expecting that. Then again, the Kanji and, Ryuji one turned out to be better than I expected too, yeah. Oh boy, I know that well. I've spent over $50 Australian on art supplies just for a Sonic coloring book this year, because I have a problem. Huh. Huh. Interesting. Like, I didn't expect Akihiko to relate to Yusuke on that level, but yeah. Like, there are a lot of things in these special screens. Like, I do feel like having 45 of them, I will say, this late into the playthrough, is definitely a bit excessive. It is one of the weaknesses, I feel, of this game. Like, I get what they were going for, making them all their own mini-dungeon adventures, but, like, 45 is pretty excessive. However, the little bits of character dialogue we get from them and the interactions between the P3, 4, and 5 parties, there's some pretty good stuff in here. Like, even in the places you wouldn't expect, like the whole, you know, protein special screening. The thing is, like, to be honest, this is the one time where obsessing over protein actually makes sense. Well, I mean, we did fish before. So if we tried meat... Oh, okay. Huh. Again, I do wonder if dinosaur meat would taste like crocodile. People do actually eat crocodile. Northeastern corner of this floor. So wait, is this the same fishing river that we went to in the other one? Here we go, it's this tile, which is usually not the tile that you step on for the fishing. So once again, we are fishing up that insanely, annoying fish from East 8. Which I was not able to get with anybody besides Sahad, because, he's, like, the best fisher of the party, because he's actually a fisherman as a profession. I feel like Akihiko and or Shinjiro, or even Yusuke, are the kind of people who probably would be able to catch fish with their bare hands. Shoryuken the fish. So yeah, suddenly we have FOE. Well, I mean, we knew there was a nest nearby. We made one of them go back with the freeze meat. With green sauce. Well, Victory Bell sauce. Yusuke has gone Super Hunger Saiyan. And now I'm hungry. It has transferred onto me. Yeah, we need to get them away from here. And yeah, we're totally expected to kill this FOE. Which means that we need to fight 3 of the Tyrannoqueens in special screenings. Plus the one that you fight at the end of the Yosuke-saurus boss fight. So I believe going through this door will actually reset it, so if we go over here, we should be able to get a preemptive. And you've already seen this multiple times, so I'll just skip through this fight. So I suppose I can show this off. Hikari's cheer is still usable even after the Do boss fight. The problem is the boost isn't exactly going to increase your speed, given that it happens in the middle of a turn, but it will still make the skill you chose free. You'd have to have enough HP or SP to cast it in the first place, though, because otherwise it won't be selectable in your skill menu. Black Spot hits really, really hard with, oh, nice Heroic Gemini, with the boost bonus. Which I guess you could also actually force via Hikari's cheer. And Dino dead once more. Oh, hi Dantalion, I have a better version of you, but yeah. I guess now's as good a time as any to mention that people in the comments told me that the plus versions of Ailment Arts and Bind Arts do not stack with the lower tier versions. The only plus skills that do stack is Challenger Arts plus. Cheer's not that bad in this game. I don't even think she's that bad in Q1. I feel like it's more in Arena where Chie's meat thing is flanderized, especially since the, you know, the announcer makes her title the carnivore who discarded womanhood. Which again, to be fair, Chie hates that title even in universe. Yeah, Fuku's not sensing any carnivores because Chie rejects that title. Once more, the legendary fisherman enters the ring. Who would win? Yu Narukami, Estelle Bright, or Big the Cat? I mean, putting Big the Cat there would make it no contest, but yeah, probably have to ban him. We won't see it, but take our word for it, it was a big one. Okay, yeah, fish and herbs does sound nice. Yeah, one thing that I've noticed is, like, I often like sort of store-bought, like, you know, store-cooked, I mean, fish and chips, but, like, cooking fish at home often ends up just really bland to me, and finally finding out how to, like, properly season it, like, that makes a big difference. Huh, the thing about warm and fuzzy inside is, like, yep, that's Femsi and Shinjiro potential hints, maybe? Isn't a lot of raw fish actually good for you? Whoops, we forgot he was here. Also, yeah. Yusuke's hallucinating, but the whole lobster thing is really funny because of Matthew Mercer and Ryoma. Hang on a sec, let's just make sure Yusuke stops hallucinating. Yeah, see, that actually does legit look really good. How do we bring those bowls and spoons in here? I mean, that is true, to be fair. Like, a good artist definitely would appreciate a well-cooked meal. Yeah, I had a feeling it would be the dog first. And Kotone has died and gone to husband or cooking heaven. I would say if they stay together, then that would be, you know, a great household in terms of food, but like, Persona 3 reasons on more multiple level, yeah. Yeah. I was going to talk about my thoughts on Femc ships at some point, but I feel like it's best to do that in the main part, though. I will say it's kind of funny how a lot of the stage plays seem to be making Shinjiro and Femc, like, as close to canon as possible. Like, I think it actually is canon in the stage play. Huh. Okay. Again, what? Why? It's always the ones. It's always the special screenings that I think are going to be the worst that turn out to have surprisingly good moments. I cannot believe there is like actual legit Yusuke lore in this one. My 3DS just ran out of battery and I didn't realize, so I have to do that whole special screening again. Everyone is saying umma right now. Also, yes, I'm back. And this time, the FOE did drop a wild card. Well, I mean, it only feels like forever because we've spent nearly 80 hours in this game. And all of this is like the span of like one day in the timeline of Persona 3, 4, and 5. As I said, time works weirdly in the cinema. Yada yada sums up Shinjiro's entire existence in a lot of ways. Did you want it to be more carnal? Ah, right. You didn't get any. Oh, don't worry, Elizabeth. You'll get the chance to take out your pent-up rage in us soon. Many in the comments have realized that Elizabeth is the one Velvet attendant we haven't fought yet, so she's gonna be next. Well, I mean, the end of days is actually pretty close, given Persona 3. And now, Yusuke is going to draw some incredible art of Akihiko being flanderized over protein, and also fish. And lobster warriors attacking him. Yeah, canon with the protein. Even Shinjiro agrees with the Akihiko flanderization. Oi. Protein. And yes, we actually get a unison attack out of this. Oh. So it ends with flanderization, but it actually was pretty good in the middle. And I brought Femc that time just to kill the FOE faster. So yes, they can now use a Roar of Hunger. Yeah, so with this, Yusuke has 2 super attacks that involve beef balls. You'll see. But yeah, let's go for Escape from A.I.G.I.S next. Navigate a complex network of paths to arrive at your destination. Are you up for a challenge of logic and wit, or will you be lost in a cinematic maze of life? I mean, we're always lost in mazes. We're always lost in cinematic mazes. It's in the title of the game. So, that's really not really going to be much special. But basically, the theme of this one is teleport mazes. It's also a Shinjiro one. By its coveralls. Now I'm picturing a book dressed in, like, Mario's overalls. Yeah, the teleporters go to new places, and who is responsible for this? I can actually picture, like, Duck Amuck, but with, like, Elizabeth as the animator tormenting everyone. Okay, I didn't expect that reference. That's kind of a deep cut, but it makes sense. I love how Junpei's so deadpan about his response too. Okay, yeah, that was great. We're gonna get lost. It's like the equivalent of you gonna get fat, you know. You're gonna get lost, you know. Fortunately, though, I have the power of internet guides that tell me where the teleporters go on my side. So unfortunately, I already marked the teleporters in colors, and let's just say that colored teleporters are going to play a big role here. So I'm not really sure how that's going to work for the special screening. Okay, yeah, we've got a very weird layout. It's like that whole middle part is blanked out, but we can still go around the edges. Well, once again, our good boy comes through. Grow. I wonder if this is different in Japanese, or if it's assumed that, you know, I mean, English is a mandatory subject in Japanese schools, so maybe these letters would be... Because I know what this refers to, but, like, I am wondering if a native Japanese speaker would be able to get this. Or maybe it is different in Japanese. We don't really have enough information to fully explain what this means for now, but, I know. There's a chest right next to also that entrance to the special screening is like it looks like there's stuff behind it. But anyway. More money. And the only other chest is apparently in the bottom right corner of the map, which might require us to screw up the puzzle. But yeah, this teleporter is green now. So yeah, now we're all the way up here. Nothing much to do except look for another teleporter. And now we have another green one and a red one. 3D glasses teleporters. Crow. Okay, that would be fun. I want to see what happens if we save this. Well, of course, I'll be the one to correct everyone's English. Yes, and that's why Joker said it, because trolling. I'm dead. I took 1 billion points of pun damage. I mean, is that really as bad as Ikutsuki puns? We'll see. Oh, I'm still fairly new to the group, and I'm not good with... Yeah, that's why you keep your disses Rev 1, that's why. It's not because you're really terrible at hiding certain things and you know people will find you out if you spend too much time around them. Not at all. It's also not because you want to get too attached to these people in case they all have to meet with unfortunate accidents in the near future. Oh, okay. These two actually can kind of relate, though, in a lot of ways. Like Shinjiro also doesn't want to get too attached to the group. And they're both, like, late-joining party members that are, like, temporary. So, yeah, there's actually a few points of comparison between these two. Huh. Because, like, Shinjiro, I feel like he's part of the group with Mitsuru and Akihiko, so, like, he's not as much of an outcast within his party as Akechi is. But, once again, there is a very clear reason why Akechi is an outcast within his party. I recently watched a D&D horror story about, like, a problem player who was playing an edgelord who was just constantly trying to murder the rest of the party, and repeatedly failing in hilarious ways. Yes, grow. I wonder. The first one was green, G, and now there's one that starts with an R. So in here, there is a light blue and a purple teleporter. So we can go grob or grop. Well, unfortunately, Panther's English skills are failing her here. Do we have actual TVs in here, or is she remembering that from, like, all the way back when we were in the real world? If so, that's an impressive memory, given how long we've been in here. Huh? I'm just testing whether or not you're smart enough to figure me out, and whether I have to kill you. Yeah, sometimes it's easy to forget that Joker is canonically, like, leading the party in every single expedition here. Makes more sense on, I almost called Risky Merciless again. Why do I keep doing that? It's like it's a thing in my brain that just I just refuse to call it Risky. I guess it's because, like, that's the Japanese name for it, and I don't often, like, play these games in Japanese audio. Which sounds weird, but, like, the dubs are really good. However, the purple teleporter is gonna take us to a chest. And the other teleporter is blocked off anyway. So here's the trick. Obviously, if you know our letters, neither of those teleporters are right. Also, I can fill out this tile that's normally occupied by an FOE. Yeah, there's an orange teleporter here. That will make GRO. And that takes us all the way up here, which is close to where we were at the start of the screening. However, well, what used to be a teleporter there is actually nothing at all.
Let's go!
Huh. This one's white now. And that makes W. And that takes us out of here. So yeah, really it's just all about figuring out that puzzle that it's the letters correspond to colors. I like how you have no option to fail that. Would have been kind of funny if it was Crow, but, my mind is totally blanking on if there's a color that starts with C. Crimson, maybe? That's not, like, exactly that obvious, though, compared to something like red. Yeah, this reminded me of, like, I watched a video a little while back about, like, you know, escape room tricks, and, like, one of the common things that's brought up is, like, anything that requires, like, very specific niche knowledge from either a certain hobby or a particular kind of career field immediately discount that as a puzzle solution, because escape rooms have to be solvable by everyone, so it's always got to be some kind of very general thing. So this is the kind of puzzle I could easily see being in an escape room. Because it's all just down to letters and colors, although, I was about to say, everyone knows colors, and then I'm like, yeah, colorblind people exist. Guess that's why you're my partner. Then Rise immediately shows up being, are you trying to steal him from me? Again. And by again, we mean that's happened about 1,000 times at this point. So they're probably eventually just gonna give in and make it a polycule. Well, really just the teleporters. Still pretty cool, though. Teddy, you haven't met any bear maidens. But now we get the obligatory mode between these two. It would be sort of interesting if they had a unison attack. I mean, I get that they didn't give them one because, like, there's not a whole ton you could really do with them, but... It is interesting, though, the fact they're going for, like, the late joining temporary party members. Oh yeah, and Shinjiro has... I mean, he's done stuff in the past that he regrets, but... not quite on the same level. Meanwhile, Akihiko, save us from Shinjiro finding out, like, from Shinjiro joining the ever-growing list of people who realize Akechi is sus and therefore have to die. Aww. Meanwhile, Shinjiro's like, yep, I know. Oh, wow. Yeah. He is straight up saying it. He's probably implicitly saying, also, if you try anything, I will punch you. Yeah, that, like, legitimately, that one is actually pretty cool. I kind of like that even more than the, because they had to get the canon Akechi comparison in because, you know, that was always, like, a really obvious thing that fans of the series made, but I do feel like, in a way, Shinjiro kind of has more to say to Akechi, so, yeah, I appreciate that. Oh, I was just coming here to give you the Stigmata Spear, but it turns out there's another poem. I want to say this didn't happen when I tried going here after the Nagi reveal, so maybe this is tied to special screenings. And Margaret definitely didn't do that to get her out of the room so everyone would see her poems. No, not at all. I wonder if this is the last. I can see there being one more. Serious looking handwriting. Marie being serious usually means hilarity. Oh, okay, it's Shin Megami Tensei. 脳内物質エンドルフィン抗酸化物質スルフォラファン旨味成分イノシン酸ねえ見つけたたった一つの宇宙の法則大事なものはんで終わるってこと。And that's not a bad point. Oh, that's all, okay. At least you didn't say that the one law of the universe is ai, or love. I like how the voice directors probably asked Marie's VA, okay, I know it's always written Gya, but do the scream differently every time. これは違うの。メモ、勉強のメモ。君も高校生なら物理と科学やるでしょ。エンドルフィンとサンダルフォンが似てるとか思うわけないし、似てないよ。ああ。 The crappy grades in science curse. I was affected by that, but only for chemistry.
言われてみれば強力なスキルはって終わるな。なるほど。研究の余地があります。余地ない研究いらない。もうみんなまとめてメギドラオン。
Oh, she said Megadolon in Japanese. Why did they change it to Atomic?
落ち着いたらどう？今回のはまだマシじゃない？
You know, I think I know why. It's because that sounds more scientific than Megadolon.
マシってポッケに入れてたのになんで落ちるの？あ、もしかして落ちるのは宇宙の法則か？
No, if it was, then you'd be taking 50% more damage from technicals.
Falling, love, falling, angel.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no, she's got another idea. And it's gonna be her edgiest yet. Actually, hang on. Wait, doesn't she already do... Isn't the Fallen Angel one from Persona 4? So maybe that one hasn't happened yet at this point in the timeline? Anyway, yeah, we can now make Longinus. Speaking of Fallen Angels, I guess, I think Longinus is the Roman centurion who pierced Jesus with a spear? So yeah, interesting choice for a persona in this game. Here we go, yeah, Tower. Tamlin and Kartakeya. So, Longinus is actually a pretty solid physical persona, having Vorpal Blade and Power Charge naturally. Actually some other really good stuff too. But I need 2 more wild levels for that, so let's do 1 more special screening. I suppose the earlier we get the discount card, the better. A mystery story where you hunt Easter eggs only a true fan can find. Don't fret, there is no wild goose chase unless you mean the one that lays golden eggs. I was trying to make my voice like kinda 8-bit-ish, but then it became like a almost singing. Almost singing, because I'm not actually capable of real singing. Oh right, yeah, of course there's an AI, I guess. Like, why would the computer Easter egg be in Hikari? We don't actually have any special screenings there. Oh, we actually no, we do have 1, but we're gonna put that off for a little bit. And also, like, you wouldn't think that those robots would have Easter eggs in their code, considering that they are, you know, were meant to be, you know, we are all different, we are all individuals. I'm not! I love how Zabby is called on as the nickname. So yeah, we've got, Junpei, An, and Futaba. Interesting combination. Okay, let's go. And so we delve into the realm of Easter eggs. Like off the top of my head, I'm just thinking of like the Chris Houlihan room in... That was one of the earlier floors of A.I.G.I.S. I feel like we've been in the lab for most special screenings recently, so this one's kind of fun. But yeah, the one from Zelda Link to the Past. Oh boy, I was just thinking for a moment that, yeah, there are arrows here now. They're pointing us towards things, but, I recently learned about a game that has an extremely not safe for work Easter egg, so don't look it up, but it's called, don't look up the Easter egg itself, but definitely look up the game. It's called Wild Woody, and it is absolutely hilarious. It's so quintessential, so bad it's good. And it was made by, like, I think it was, like, made by Sega, but an American division. So if Wild Woody gets into Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, it would be hilarious. Although apparently he is a guest character in, like, a not safe for work racing game, so maybe not. They probably don't want that. That game is something. Also, man on the internet did an amazing cover of one of the songs in it for April Fool's Day. It's, that is also something. So yeah, we just need to follow the arrows. And they tell us to go that way. However, there is a chest for us if we disobey them. Oh, that arrow points us towards this shortcut. Okay, the arrows are back, telling us to go the direction I probably would have gone anyway. Oh yeah, those are like literal Easter eggs, you know, for the actual holiday Easter. Are those like the Fabergé eggs? Oh, and Naoto immediately says it. I mostly know them because of, Ocean's 12, I think is the one where they have to steal one of those. And they make like a super realistic hologram of one, which would probably take like a lot of power. Oh, don't worry, by the end of any average Persona game, the protagonist will probably have enough money to afford one of those. Oh, that was bad. That was definitely Akutsuki tier. And here's the other chest. Treasure room, refresh treasure spots for the current floor. That is amazing for floor 6 of Hikari. Oh, okay, we can actually examine those. Feels great to not have to call a giant black smudge anymore. But anyway, yeah, this monitor has an egg on it. And now I'm just being reminded of, the one thing that Sonic Racing Cross Worlds lacks is the announcer from Sega All-Stars Racing and All-Stars Racing Transformed, who actually, like, I was watching somebody, because, like, a lot of people on Twitch are currently doing, like, speedruns for, all of the Sonic Racing games leading up to Cross Worlds, and so I've been watching footage of, you know, it's technically an egg. So I've been watching a lot of footage of All-Stars Racing, and the announcer has unique commentary on every character activating their All-Star, and for Eggman, he says, "Egg alert, egg alert." And that was really funny the first time I heard it. Yeah, I think I was involved in, like, Easter egg hunts as a kid. It's kind of cool how Easter egg hunt can mean two different things. Maybe, but, like, we're not really equipped to fight a secret boss right now. So unless anything particularly amazing happens in the lobby, I'm gonna chalk that up as one of my least favorite special screenings, because it didn't really do anything for character development, and it wasn't even that involved. Like, you don't even need to follow the arrows. It's, like, pretty obvious that the destination is just the furthest point in the floor you can reach. Like, it is straight up, I think, the furthest point away from your starting point. So, like, the arrows weren't even necessary. Well, I mean, at least they didn't ask you to find a computer room. For once, Naoto actually wants to find treasure. Because it's festive? True. Yeah, now I'm being reminded of the holiday mode in Sonic R, which I think actually makes some of the courses easier because the water freezes. Yeah, but we didn't actually need to follow a bunch of steps. Though granted, any programmer would have to be very bold to put an Easter egg into that world because of the, you know... I mean, granted, now the mother computer is gone, he's probably no longer suppressing it, but still, like, any little bit of individuality in the coding would probably be cracked down on. That was not meant to be an egg pun, but I guess it was an egg pun. Yes, it will probably be more meaningful than that one, at least. Okay, well, at least the two girls leveled up out of that. In fact, our first special screening recipients leveled up out of that. And yeah, now we just have this, and we have death. So, I think 3 special screenings is probably enough for one video, so I'll see you all next time when there's only 2 more left, so I think I'm actually gonna make headway into the final dungeon next time. See you all then.